velocity, this is speed. So this change in kinetic energy means the change in speed. So work done by a person, if the speed is increasing, then the work done is positive. Okay, if the speed is decreasing, then the work done is negative. If the speed is same, then the work done is 0. We have seen in this case. Okay, there is no work done in just to maintain the speed. Okay, so suppose here a person is going in 5 kilometers per second, 5 kilometer per hour in first case, and now he is increasing his speed to 6 kilometer per hour. So this speed is increasing, so speed is increasing, there will be work. Okay, this is work, this is acceleration, this is force. So we will see the relation of work, acceleration and force. So speed is increasing, there is work, there is acceleration, because only by applying force or only by applying acceleration only you can increase the speed in certain direction. If you are applying the force in the direction of the motion, then only you can increase the speed. I have told you in previous classes. So work is done if the force is applied in the direction of the motion, then the work done is said to be positive, because the speed will increase. So the force is here, is acceleration, here is force, here is work. But here when you are applying brake, suppose it is going in 5 km per hour and now it is going in 4 km per hour, you have applied some opposite force, brake, so speed is decreasing. The magnitude of v, mod v is speed, so speed is decreasing. Work is done, but the decreasing work is negative. The sign of the work is not vector, it is notifying that the speed is decreasing. So speed is decreasing, work is done, acceleration is also there, but is in reverse direction now. Okay, because force is applying brake, it is a reverse pull, and force is also there. So here speed is there, work is there, negative, acceleration is also there, and force is also there. Okay, sign of the acceleration is the sign of the work done. And now it is maintaining in third case, 1 2 3, it is going in 5 kilometers per hour in this direction, and then sharp turn in this direction, maintaining the 5 speed. Here what is happening, here speed is same, remember work, the same speed will not do any kind of work, so there is no work. स्पीड चेंज नहीं हो रहा तो वर्क भी चेंज नहीं होगा, और एक्सेलरेशन होगा, जी हाँ एक्सेलरेशन तो होगा, एक्सेलरेशन इस डायरेक्शन में होगा, और फोर्स भी लग रहा होगा. तो इसका मतलब ये है कि ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि जब जब वर्क हो ओके, तो जब जब वर्क हो रहा है तब तक एक्सेलरेशन तो लग रहा है, आप देख रहे हो, लेकिन जब जब एक्सेलरेशन लग रहा है, सपोज इन दिस केस, तब तक वर्क हो ये ज़रूरी नहीं. सो वर्क का होना एक्सेलरेशन का भी होना होगा, लेकिन एक्सेलरेशन का होना वर्क का होना ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हमेशा हो. इसका मतलब कि फोर्स के लगने पे ही वर्क हो रहा हो ये ज़रूरी नहीं. ओके, द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ फोर्स means acceleration or mass times acceleration do not necessarily means that the work is done. Okay, so here you can see that there is force, there is acceleration in this direction, but no work is done. See, this situation is there in circular motion, I will explain it. Okay, so here you can see for the planets in elliptical motion, suppose like earth like planets in elliptical motion, earth is roughly moving at 29 to 30 kilometers per second, okay, around the sun, and here it is a winter season, no, here is a summer season, and here is a विंटर सीजन. ये उल्टा होता है क्योंकि अर्थ का टिल्ट होता है 23.5 डिग्री, एंड डायरेक्ट रे और ऑब्लिक रे के हिसाब से होता है. जब दूर होता है तो समर होता है नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर में, ये जियोग्राफी का पार्ट है, और जब पास होता है तो विंटर होता है नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर में, ऑपोजिट साउदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में होता है. एनीवेज, सो हियर अर्थ इज मूविंग एट 29 किलोमीटर्स पर सेकेंड, एंड नाउ यू कैन सी that point A, suppose this is point A, this is point B, C, सो पॉइंट ए टू सी में जब दूर होगा तो कम स्पीड में होगा, जब उसके थोड़ा पास जाएगा मार्च में तो थोड़ा सा स्पीड बढ़ेगा, एंड जब बहुत पास होगा तो एलिप्टिकल ऑर्बिट में बहुत ज़्यादा स्पीड होगा. सो फ्रॉम हेयर टू हेयर द वर्क डन, द स्पीड इज इंक्रीजिंग, so work done is positive, and from here to here speed is decreasing, work done is negative. So the total increase and total decrease is same in the entire path, so work done is equal to 0 for the elliptical orbit. स्पीड के वजह से, स्पीड के चेंज होने की वजह से, और यू कैन से दैट द चेंज इन काइनेटिक एनर्जी फाइनल माइनस इनिशियल, so work done is also change in kinetic energy. ये formula याद रखना, one is force into displacement and second is change in kinetic energy. So depend on the change in the kinetic energy. Suppose it is 50 kilometers per final means 50, or initial means 55, so it is decreasing the speed of -5 for some case. So depend on the decreasing the speed, work will be said to be done. Okay, now in the case of third parameter, for the elliptical orbit we have seen that the speed was increasing. Now suppose the planet has a circular orbit. Any planet can have any orbit. For circular orbit can भी हो सकता है. तो circular orbit के केस में क्या है कि A पे तो 10 होगा, suppose 10 किलोमीटर पर सेकेंड, या कोई भी सर्कुलर ऑब्जेक्ट सर्कुलर मोशन में है. Here is also 10, here is also 10, here is also 10. Now from here to here you can see that there is no increase in speed. Okay, and from here to here also no increase in speed. So you cannot say that from A to A in a circular path the work done is 0, because क्योंकि वो A से चल रहा था और A पे आ गया तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट 0 हो गया, तो वर्क डन 0 हो जाएगा. नो, here I have explained you that from A to A speed change is 0, A to B speed change is also 0, and A to A also speed change is 0. So if the speed change is 0, that is the reason of the work done is 0 in the circular path. In some books it is given for because of displacement is 0, but it is not right, because for displacement is equal to 0 I have told you that force should be in the direction of the displacement. But here you can see for a circular path force here is in this direction, at B point it is in this direction, at C point it is in this direction, at D point it is in this direction, but the displacement is in some other direction. So this is not the reason of work done to be 0, because it is not the case. So change in displacement is not the reason of the work done to be 0 here. But change in speed is the reason of this, because the speed is not changing. So the actual reason is change in kinetic energy. So that there is no change in the kinetic energy of the entire circular motion, and that is why the work done is 0. And that is the reason also why the satellites are doing no work in just maintaining their speeds. So I think the point is clear up till here. Okay, so for the second case we can see this case of satellite. Here the satellite has a definite orbital velocity on which it's move, but in a satellite it's moving at the orbital velocity of under root gm by r or under root gr, whichever situation. But the only force acting on satellite in a particular circular path is the force of gravity, which is in perpendicular direction, but there is no force acting in the direction of the motion of the satellite, because it is not required to maintain the work is needed to maintain the work is no work is needed to maintain the speed. So there is no work done by the satellite to maintain its speeds along the circular orbit. Work is only needed to increase or decrease the speed. So यहाँ पे अगर हम इस डायरेक्शन में भी कोई स्पीड नहीं दे रहे, इसको ऑर्बिट में रहने के लिए हम इसको कोई एक्स्ट्रा स्पीड नहीं देते. Only by applying this much of speed initially you can keep the satellite in orbit. So work is needed only to increase or decrease the speed. Here you are not increasing the speed, not decreasing the speed, therefore no work is needed, and the force is also not applied in the direction of the change in speed. यहाँ पे फोर्स के अप्लाई होने की वजह से कोई स्पीड में चेंज नहीं आ रहा है. हाँ, लेकिन अगर आपको इस सैटेलाइट का ऑर्बिट चेंज करना है, if you want to change the orbit of this satellite, you have to give some extra speed. Okay, in that case work will be done to change the orbit of the speed of the from the circular orbit. Here we have taken the circular orbit. There are some elliptical orbital satellites also, like moon also. So all the elliptical orbit, all the heavenly bodies are applying this principle. Therefore there is no work done by the heavenly bodies to stay in the orbit. So there is no work done by the earth also to stay in orbit of sun, and by moon to stay in orbit of earth. So that is why there is no loss of energy. Okay, there is no work done, so there is no loss of energy. So that is why they are maintaining their orbit. If you have doubt about why they are not falling, actually they are always falling, but they are not reaching. Okay, satellites always fall towards the towards their attracting mass. For moon is always falling towards the earth, but it's not reaching. Okay, it's escaping due to its orbital velocity. Okay, thank you.